In any form of competition, whether it be games or sports, there's always going to be moments and reasons that somebody would want to celebrate. And we've seen our fair share of celebrations here on the challenge. Some have been iconic.
You're cool. You guys are on the fence.
And some not so much, to the point where the audience will like to throw a flag on these celebrations for how cringeworthy they are. And we're gonna start this video off in season 34, War of the Worlds 2, where we have Laurel going up against Ninja Natalie. Now this celebration became an instant classic as we see both competitors shooting up the tree, putting in the branches. That is until Laurel gets up to the top and smashes that branch up in the holster of the tree and rings the bell. Laurel is ecstatic about beating Ninja Natalie, while Ninja Natalie is sitting up at the top of the tree, confused at where Laurel put her branch. As Natalie was trying to think of the logistics of this elimination and where that fathom hole was to put the final branch, Laurel was just having too good of a time. Celebrating, doing some crotch chops, and giving everybody, including Kara's Colt and Ninja Natalie, the finger. That is until Natalie found the right hole that both women missed at the bottom of the tree. Natalie went right up the tree, rang her own bell. There was some contention from behind the scenes and everybody was confused in the stands.
Before you talk, Laurel, keep reading it.
And then we finally got the final ruling where Natalie was given the win and Laurel was eliminated.
No!
Making this so cringeworthy, so embarrassing that she had such an over-the-top celebration to what ended up being a loss for her.
That's an American hero right there! Our ninja!
Let's keep this theme going with a celebration to a loss that happened in Rivals 2 Season 24, where we have Zach and Trey facing off against Leroy and Ty. And in this specific elimination, players were going to have to switch off levels on who was breaking through which level to get to the bottom and ring your bell first. On the first go around, it seems as though that Zach and Trey actually win this elimination. Zach was overjoyed. He took his helmet off, he threw it into the crowd, actually hitting Jordan, and then he was calling out the crowd to come at him. What do you got?
Get the out of here! I want who's next! Who wants me now?
Upon reinspection of the tape by TJ and the production team, that's when we find out that Zach actually broke through the first level, which Trey was supposed to do, and then he broke through the second level, meaning that Zach and Trey were DQ'd from this elimination.
We checked the tapes, and Zach clearly did the first floor. No, I jumped through. Zach, you clearly did the first floor.
Leaving the game on this episode, and so Zach's over-the-top celebration of hurling his helmet into the crowd was all for naught.
And there is a tape and a camera that can prove you wrong.
In Season 33, War of the Worlds, in Episode 10, everybody was playing Fandemonium. Players were gonna have to transport 10 balls in a very tough wind tunnel. Bear, who had a ginormous target on his back from all the shenanigans and running his mouth throughout the whole season, needed a win. And he was actually doing a pretty impressive job if he would have understood the rules properly. He threw both of his balls in the general area that the balls needed to go in, but they didn't go in the bin. They popped out. Instead of getting 8 balls to secure the win, he actually got 6, but in the moment, he really thought that he had 8 and the win locked up.
Too easy. Held off the last 2, just done 8. Don't want to show off too much.
To the point where Wes, who was his rival on that season, only got 6 balls, and Bear was just having a grand old time, gloating in Wes's face, yelling at him, saying he was going too slow, that he was going to be sending him into the elimination with his tribunal vote.
Hey, you got this one.
Here comes the loser!
Bear loved rubbing this win in Wes's face. But upon hearing the results, TJ announced that the winners were Paulie, Theo, and Turbo, and not Bear, who was gloating in front of Wes's face, saying that he had way more balls and that he was going too slow when they actually got the same amount at the end of the day. Fun fact, Bear actually went home on this episode. Let's jump to the next season, season 34, War of the Worlds 2, where we have, in the reunion, Paulie having his loyalty questioned. This led to Paulie counting all the players that he helped get to the finals.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8.
On that season, he was so excited about this news that he decided to celebrate with a dance because he was just so loyal. But what's really funny about this is if we go to even just an episode prior to the reunion, Paulie, is this you? That's right, Paulie was falling down, flopping, and dying in the finals for Season 34, War of the Worlds 2, and yet here he is dancing about how many people he helped get to the finals. One person I want to point out is this man right here, CT, who was a big part in why Paulie and his USA team lost these finals. So, yeah, just celebrate the little things there, Paulie. Dance until your heart's desire. But you can't dance all the way to the bank. Now, during this loyalty segment in the War of the Worlds 2 reunion, Paulie and Josh actually got into a huge argument with each other. And speaking of Josh, let's jump forward to Season 36, Double Agents, where Josh is in an elimination against Michi. Josh was actually very impressive with the slide puzzle, getting it done in mere probably seconds. And then it got to the point where he has to throw the balls. It was very comical.
Aim, Josh, aim! Put your glasses on, bro.
Once Josh finally got into the rhythm, he knocked out all of his squares before Michi was even close to being done with his slide puzzle, and Josh won. And what comes from it is a giant celebration as if Josh won the challenge finals, like he won the lottery.
Hey, Devin, Hallbra next.
Now, I can somewhat understand that this was like Josh's 4th straight season. He hadn't won a single elimination up to this point, and this was it. This was the time to shine. He was able to win against someone who was worse at something than he was, which is really difficult to find.
That was absolutely terrible.
Hey, listen, I really was trying too.
I know. That's what's so sad.
This wasn't even like to get into the finals. This was just some random elimination in the middle of the season where we had like 11 more episodes to go. And it was coming off of the performance of him barely being able to aim the balls correctly. My gosh. Now let's get into some spin-offs territory where in The Challenge All-Stars Season 3, we have MJ who is going into the elimination and calls out Derrick. This was a little bit of a blindside, but Derrick was able to win against MJ. What proceeded after Derrick won was multiple victory laps, Derrick using the star staff as what seemed to be an imaginary gun. He was grabbing at MJ's shirt at the final one. He was yelling at everybody.
Got me lucky stars!
And you would think like with Derrick and his reputation of winning eliminations that he would have acted like he's been there before, like he's won an elimination before.
For the sake of everybody in the band, act like you got some sense.
Let's move on to a very recent spin-off, The Challenge USA, where we have Sarah and Leo being sent in blindsided by their own alliance member of Tyson. Leo and Sarah crushed this elimination, having a perfect strategy. And as they were finishing up this elimination, Sarah, you could tell, was getting that death stare ready as she was staring into the crowd, making everybody know, like, yeah, I'm coming back into this game, while Leo was trying to stack up the rest of the film reels to finish off their tower. TJ blew the horn, declaring Sarah and Leo the winners, and my goodness, what is this celebration? I think what makes this super cringy is that, one, both Leo and Sarah are tethered together. Her and Leo are kind of like fumbling over each other. Then they have some awkward chest bumps and hugs and then trying to look into the crowd. I don't know what Ben's doing here. This is weird. And then you have this moment where Sarah is doing like mime trash talking, and just how silent it is makes this all the more awkward. Also, what is she doing at the very end right before it cuts? Like this motion? What?
Yeah! Oh, fuck yeah!
That's what's up! That's what's up!
What's
What's up, bro? What's up, bro? What's up, bro? Don't even fucking look at them.
And as soon as they saw me, they came bounding over.
And finally, one of, if not the most cringe-worthy celebration in all of challenge history comes in season 27, Battle of the Bloodlines, where we have Mitch facing off against Raffi. Mitch had fallen down. It opened up the door for Raffi to pull him in, get this elimination win. However, before he can actually be declared the winner, that's when Dario comes bum rushing in, knocks into Raffi, knocks him off his feet, knocks him off the course. Mitch is able to stabilize himself and then get the win, sending Dario and Raffi home when they had this elimination in the bag. Dario thought that, oh, I thought my brother had won.
The yellow hit the line.
No, it didn't.
And I have to say that I love his explanation on why he chest bumped his brother in the middle of the elimination, causing their downfall, and saying that he got, quote unquote, I got too hyped. I got too hyped.
You started chest bumping me. Yeah, I thought it was over, dog. What is wrong with you? I got too hyped. I got too hyped.
But that is it for this video. What'd you think about this list? Let me know down in the comment section below. And if there's another cringeworthy moment or celebration that I did not feature in this video, let me know down in the comment section below. And which celebration do you find the most cringeworthy? Thank you so much for watching. I want to give a special shout out. Thank you to everyone who supports me over at patreon.com/angelcakevids. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you to everyone who is watching this video up to this point. I'll be back really, really soon with more challenge content, more content in general. But until then, peace.